Hello, my dear student. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are quite okay and fine. Welcome you all to my today online class. Before going to start my today's lecture, first of all, I would like to introduce myself to all of you. I am Muhammad Ghulam Morshed, lecturer of biology, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Today, I am going to discuss about chapter 11, that is genetics and evolution. This chapter is very important for all of us. You should have a clear understanding regarding this chapter. Today I am going to discuss about the Mendel's second law. You should have a clear conception regarding the second law. Mendel's second law. First of all, learning output. After completing this lesson, students should be able to state the second law of Mendel's, explain the second law, make a Punnett square, and the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Now let's discuss about the Mendel's second law. First of all, description of the law. When a dihybrid forms gamete, number one, each gamete receives one allele from each allelic pairs, and number two, the assortment of the allele of different trait during gamete formation is totally independent of their original combination in the parents. Actually, Mendel's second law is called the dihybrid cross, or it is also known as the independent assortment. Actually, dihybrid cross means when a cross occurs between the individual of the same species having differing from only two pair of contrasting characters. These kinds of cross is actually called the second dihybrid cross. If now let's discuss about in details about the second law, and I try my best to explain the second law very clearly. For example, suppose for the dominant black color gene of guinea pig is capital B, because as you know that the dominant genes is actually denote as the capital letter. So dominant black colored gene of guinea pigs is capital B. For the recessive brown color gene of guinea pig is small b, because the brown color is actually recessive. And the responsible for the dominant short hair gene is capital S, because the short hair character is the dominant character over the long hair, and responsible for the recessive long hair gene is small s. So the genotype of black colored and short hair guinea pig is capital B, capital S, and so the genotype of brown colored and the long haired guinea pig is capital small b, and small s. As you know that the each character is controlled by a pair of genes, and these allelic genes actually located at the same locus of the homologous chromosome. So we can write here the capital B, and capital S during this is the genotypes of the black colored and short hair guinea pig. Similarly, small b, and small s is the brown colored and long haired guinea pig genotype. Now, if a cross occur between a black colored and short hair guinea pig with a brown colored and long hair guinea pig, all the offspring which is produced in the F1 hybrid is actually black colored and short hair, because black color is a dominant character, but and the short hair is also dominant. That's why as the Mendel's rule, according to the Mendel's rules, the character which is produced in the F1 hybrid is always dominant trait. That's why black colored and the short haired guinea pig will be produced in F1 hybrid. And if you look at the picture here, then you can easily understand that this is the genotype of black color and short hair guinea pig, capital B, and the capital S, capital S. And then this is the genotype of the brown color and long-haired guinea pig, small b, small b, small s, small s. Actually, two types of, in case of capital B, capital capital S, the gamete will be same. That is the capital B, capital S. If the capital B and capital S gamete or male gamete is fertilized small b and small s female gamete, then offspring will be capital B, capital S, small s. That is, the offspring will be the black color and short hair, because the black color is the dominant trait and the short hair is also dominant. That's why all the offspring in the F1 hybrid will be the black color and short hair. This is the black color, all are black color and short hair. If F1 hybrid guinea pig are subjected to interbreed, or if we crosses the F1 offspring between themselves, then 4 different types of phenotypic characteristics guinea pig will be produced in F2 generation. And 4 different types of gamete will be produced from each of them. This is the capital B, capital S, capital B, small b, capital S, and small b, small s. These are the 4 different types of different kinds of gametes which is produced from the genotypes capital B, capital S, small s. Let's see the checkerboard. This is the checkerboard which is introduced by the Punnett. So this checkerboard is also called the Punnett square. If we place this male and female gamete in this checkerboard, then 16 different types of genotype will be produced from this checkerboard. Let's see the checkerboard. If we place the male gamete in the upper row of this checkerboard, and female gametes are placed in the left side column of this checkerboard, then we can easily cross this male and female gamete. If capital B and capital S male gametes are crossed with capital B and capital S female gamete, then offspring will be produced whose genotypes will be capital B, and capital S, S. Similarly, in the same way, the male gamete fertilize the female gamete and produce different types of genotypes that will be present here, that have already presented in this checkerboard. Let's see. Actually, the 4 different types of gametes, male gametes fertilized 4 different types of female gamete in 16 different way. So 16 different types of 16 genotype will be produced in this checkerboard. Let's see the checkerboard. Actually, out of 16 checkerboard, if you see minutely, then you can easily understand that the round shape genotypes, all the round shape genotypes, out of 16, there are round shape genotypes are actually 9. Out of 16 genotype, 9 round shape genotypes here indicate the round shape genotypes, all will be the black color and short hair guinea pig, because black color and short hair are the dominant trait over the recessive trait brown color and long hair. Then we can easily find out here. This is the black color and short hair. This is also black color and short hair. This is also black color and short hair. These 9 are actually black colored and short hair guinea pig will be produced in F2 generation. This 9. So if you look at this genotype very clearly, then you can easily understand that why these are black colored and short hair, because capital B gene is responsible for black color, and the capital S gene, this is the dominant gene, is actually responsible for short hair. That's why out of 16, this 9 offspring will be short hair, black color and short hair. And out of 16, this oval shaped genotype, that is this one, and this one, these 3 genotypes is actually 3 offspring will be actually black color and long haired guinea pig, because only capital B is there. As you know that the dominant gene express its phenotypic characters both homozygous and heterozygous condition. But if you look at these 3 genotype very minutely, there is only capital B is there, but there is small s is there. That's why these 3 offspring will be black colored and long haired, because small s is actually responsible for long hair characters. And out of 16, the 3 genotype will be the 3 offspring will be the brown color and short haired guinea pig. If you look at this 3 bound circle of this checkerboard, then you can easily understand that there is no capital B is there, but capital E is there. Capital small b, actually small b gene is responsible for recessive character, that is recessive gene, that is the brown color, and the capital S is actually is the gene that is responsible for short hair. That's why these 3 genotypes will be 3 offspring will be the brown color and short hair, and only 1 out of 16 will be the brown color and long hair. Now the result. The phenotypic ratio is the black colored and short hair guinea pig is to black colored and long hair guinea pig is to brown color and short hair guinea pig is to brown color and long hair guinea pig, equal to 9:3:3:1. In analyzing the above result, it is clear that the only dominant traits are actually expressed in the F1 generation, and factors gene is actually responsible for each trait segregate separately during gamete formation and assorted independently during zygote formation in the F2 generation. Now the result of the chromosomal theory of inheritance. The Charton and Boveri first introduced this theory, that is the chromosomal theory of inheritance. The chromosomes and the genes are present pair in diploid cell. Homologous chromosomes separate during meiosis cell division. A gamete contains only 1 chromosomes of a type and only 1 of the 2 allele of the characters. Number 4, fertilization restores chromosomes number to diploid condition. The chromosomal theory of inheritance claims it is the chromosomes that segregate and assorted independently. In many organisms, sex of an individual is determined by specific chromosomes called the sex chromosome or allosome. Now the teamwork, group A, group B. Group A make a example of second law of Mendel, make a Punnett square of second law. evaluation. Capital B, capital S, genotype crossed with capital small b, small s, small s. F1 generation what? F2 generation what? A. What is gene? B. What is meant by heterozygous? C. Explain the cross up to the mentioned generation. D. Analyze the genetic explanation of Menson's law. Now the homework. Write down the genetic explanation of the Mendel's second law. Thank you for your patient sharing. I think today's lecture was very much effective lecture for all of us. I am humble requesting you all to watch my video lecture for several times so that you can understand each and every topic that have already discussed here today. If you have any queries regarding my today's lecture, feel free to ask me, or you can also ask your respective subject teacher. Thank you all. Khuda Hafiz.